Hi, my name is Igor Kafetz, and this is the List Building Lifestyle, the only podcast which delivers cutting-edge conversion strategies from the online trenches straight to your earbuds. Download the transcript of today's episode and all future episodes at listbuildinglifestyleshow.com. I also invite you to grab a free copy of the Wealthy List Builder Survival Guide at listbuildinglifestyleshow.com/survival. And now, once again, it's time to claim your list building lifestyle. Welcome back to another edition of the List Building Lifestyle with your host, Igor Kafetz. Crypto trading. It seems like everyone I know is now a crypto trader, whether full-time or part-time, and people who have like really good businesses and really good jobs seem to be going to that direction these days because of the appeal of fast and easy money. I mean, really, can you think of anything more appealing than just putting your money in this crypto thing and just watch it grow like a tree at hyper speed? Honestly, I can't think of anything better, and that is why, after my friend who's a top earner, who used to be a really big top earner in binary biz ops, but who decided to walk away from that completely, to drop the biz op marketing and to just do crypto trading full time. After this friend of mine has been sort of talking to me about it for a couple of weeks, I decided to take a look at it. And knowing how passionate my buddy is about marketing, about helping people, what really pushed me off the fence as far as taking a serious look at crypto trading and crypto investing was the fact that he was willing to completely drop everything he was doing at the time and throw himself into crypto. Like, this was a big move, and from a man of his caliber, it really seemed like proof and evidence that this is something that's worthy of my time. Now, the challenge with crypto trading is that it's a completely new industry to me and to most people I know. And a lot of times when he was talking to me about this, or when I was watching his videos he was putting out for his mastermind group, it just seemed so complex from the outside. That's been really the biggest challenge. He used words like and phrases like bear trend, Fibonacci extension, stop loss, resistance, all kinds of different words like that I've never heard before that seemed a bit over my pay grade, if you will, when it came to all of this stuff. So I was scared going in because I knew I was going to fail and lose a lot of money. That was my assumption because I didn't know any better. But at the same time, trading was seducing me with the excitement of fast money and the challenge of actually figuring it out, because just like any person who's successful out there, just like any person who's a self-made man or woman, at the back of our minds, for anyone who made it on their own, there's always this thought, this doubt that says, look, you may be just a one-hit wonder. What if you succeeded, but it was just, you were just lucky to do that? Maybe you were just at the right place at the right time, and the only reason you're successful is because you sort of caught a good break. And so anytime there's a new challenge, I don't know about rest of the people out there who are at least semi-successful, I'd say that for me, anytime there's a challenge, I consider it dearly, because for me, it's really important to know and believe and trust the fact that I am here not because of some accident or some luck, or because someone pulled me by my ears, but because I deserve to be here. So the challenge was really, really seducing me, and I really wanted to figure it out. Now, I didn't plan, and I don't plan to walk away from being a full-time internet marketer, from living the list building lifestyle, but I can totally see the value in putting some of my savings into cryptocurrencies. Anyway, my point is, I was scared at the time. I was scared to get in. But he just kept telling me, just do it, man. Just get in, just start, just do something, just put some money into it. But I kept on procrastinating the hell out of it. And I used all the classic excuses as well. Like I became the classic person who refuses to believe into a new venture or new idea. I told him that I don't have the time between my family and my online business. And that wasn't true, of course. And I told him that I don't have the opportunity to lose the money right now because I'm moving, which was another lame excuse. Because while some people cannot afford to lose a few $1,000s, honestly speaking, I can. Okay, because of my position today, I can throw a couple of grand into it and afford to lose it. So a part of me really wanted to get in, but another part of me pulled me back just as hard. So I really couldn't do anything. Like, I really couldn't push myself off this, zero ground, if you will. And at the same time, my inability to make a decision to either fully go in or to fully get out, made me miserable because I couldn't focus on anything else. I couldn't think of anything other than cryptocurrencies and how I was missing the boat on easy money. So eventually, I got so consumed by it that I made the time to learn how to fund my exchange wallet, how to get the fundamentals down, how to start trading, and I even joined signal groups where people just share advice and kind of recommend where to put your Bitcoin investments. And I followed that advice, and in about 3 weeks since then, I officially started putting money into cryptocurrency trading. I started out with about $10,000, and the results of my trading efforts aren't really that impressive. My crypto investments go up in value about 60% of the time, and they go down in value about 40% of the time. So up until this point, I'd say I'm about even. But my results in crypto trading are not the purpose of this episode, because what's really important here is the journey I just shared with you, because this journey is how everyone gets started with internet marketing, with internet income opportunities, with pretty much anything that involves them to get outside their comfort zone and get into something that seems bigger than life to them at the time. As marketers, we tend to forget how long it took us to muster the courage and decisiveness to jump into the exciting world of internet marketing. But once we're in, we expect our prospects to commit immediately. We forget what it's like, what it feels like to get into this industry when you're brand new and you don't understand half the words people are saying. It's as if our memory is wiped out until the point we pulled out the credit card and bought our first shiny object. So really, the purpose of this episode is nothing more but to remind you that when people fail to commit, when they refuse to commit, when they don't want to give their hard-earned dollars to you just because you ask for those dollars and just because you make a sound logical argument, that's not because your opportunity is bad. It's not because you're a bad salesperson. It's not because you're not a great marketer, whatever. It's not because the people are bad. It's simply because the way everything happens, it takes some time and it takes a while before the prospect makes the emotional and mental journey from the point of when they heard about this thing for the very first time and all the way until the point where they're finally ready to commit, when they're finally ready to jump off that fence. Now, the whole idea, by the way, the whole metaphor, jump off the fence, is such a great metaphor because it truly describes what happens. It takes them a while to climb the fence, right? It takes them a couple of months to climb it just to be able to consider the decision. Before that happens, they're not even in that mode yet. But once they're on the fence, when they're sitting at the top and looking at all the possibilities, but also seeing all the fears and concerns, right, this is the point where you can tip them off the fence. And that is why, you have to always be aware of the prospect maturity cycle, as I like to call it, where, the prospect needs to mature from being completely unaware or being mildly interested to becoming super invested and all the way to making a buying decision. Now, there's actually no difference between whether you're trying to get them to make a buying decision for $5, $50, $500, or $5,000, because the process is exactly the same for all of them. And they will not invest with you until and unless this problem you're solving for them or this method that you're trying to get to them becomes the center of their universe. It becomes the only thing they're capable of thinking about. Unless you're selling something trivial like socks, you know what I mean? Like something that's just a no-brainer, something that everybody knows you need, or whatever, underwear, food, whatever. All these things that they don't need to consciously think about because it's a part of their day-to-day reality. But when we're talking about information products, coaching, consulting, income opportunities, helping them overcome some problem they're not used to deal with, something that they've just faced earlier in their life, and something they're just trying to wrap their mind around, when it comes to that sort of marketing, that sort of selling, you have to appreciate and respect the customer maturity cycle, where they need to make a journey from being completely cold to becoming warm enough to make a buying decision. That is where, your email marketing, your follow-ups, your videos, your podcasts, webinars, this is where all of that stuff comes in. This is the purpose of all the marketing that you're doing, because the difference between marketing and selling, or I would say the difference between getting people towards that buying decision, actually asking for the buying decision, right, is fundamentally between saying the right things to move people in a straight line towards the fence so they can climb that fence, right? And the actual process of selling and asking for the order, asking for the money, is when you get them to jump off the fence to the other side where you're waiting for them with the help, the tool, the software, the advice that you're supposed to give them. So again, just to go over it again, this episode, this journey that I just told you about is a reminder that if you expect your customers to commit to you right away, you're in for a big surprise and a huge disappointment, because most people will not. And usually, even if you do find a crazy soul that does commit to you right away, these are usually such impulsive and emotional people that they don't really make great customers. If we're talking about, recruiting them into your organization, these are the ones that are going to make the most trouble for you, because they're so impulsive, emotional, and impatient. Thanks again for tuning in to another episode of The List Building Lifestyle with your host, Igor Kafins. And until next time we chat, have a good one. Thank you for listening to The List Building Lifestyle. Make sure to subscribe on iTunes or Google Play to never miss an episode. Because who knows, just one conversion tactic we share on the show might double your list and double your business. Download the transcript of today's episode and all future episodes at listbuildinglifestyleshow.com. And don't forget to claim your complimentary copy of the Wealthy List Builder Survival Guide at listbuildinglifestyleshow.com/survival. This is Igor Kafits, and until next time we talk, have a good one.